So hey, what's up everyone, how you all? So welcome to another video of Nomad Sculpt. This is becoming my favorite application. Today we are going to make this awesome headphone banner. Like it's a poster and it's like 3D and completely rendered on your Android device, and it looks clean and really sick. Like Microsoft can really make something like this. And so let me just import our headphone. The headphone model will be given in the description below as always. And yeah, if you haven't seen the base video of the tutorial video of Nomad, make sure to check that out first so you can get familiar with this app. So now we are importing our headphone, and the size is a bit bigger, so it can take some time depending on your computer, depending on your mobile phone. It's almost a computer, we can see much. So click on this share panel and add button. Now we are going to add a spotlight. Let's move it somewhere here, and yeah, sometimes you are not able to see where the light is actually pointing. Increase the intensity of light by clicking on this intensity button and drag it left or right. Let's click this here button once again, and we can add one more spotlight, or we can duplicate that light. From some distance, and let's give this light a bit warm color. Yeah, let's give some light so we can see this area. It's not so visible. So yeah, here is our headphone, but it still looks not so interesting. So what can we do? Let's click this button and turn on post processing. And why suddenly it looks so different? So these are the things you need to check. Match samples, okay, full resolution, check. SSR reflection, these are important, check. Global illumination, check. Ambient occlusion, check. Depth of field, we don't need depth of field that much in this case, but yeah, let's keep it and reduce the depth. And bloom, we can reduce the bloom radius. Yeah, it looks just fine. And let's decrease the intensity too. We don't need much bloom here. And yeah, tone mapping is important. Like this is a natural tone, and if we turn on tone mapping and move it to neutral, yeah, you can see the difference. And this one is too much for this particular hint, I guess. The contrast is way more. I'm gonna keep the neutral one for this one. We can increase that contrast just a bit, increase the saturation a bit. I think that exposure is fine. We are again not messing with color grading. And yeah, this is all. Yeah, there's a dual pixel art feature which we are also not going to use. Like, yeah, it looks super. So yeah, these are the things. So now let's add a camera. Click on this camera button and click add view. That's all. But do we really need this view? Let's change the view a bit. First of all, let's change it to perspective. Yeah, now it looks better. Yeah, it looks better now. Yeah, I would say this view is perfect. Yeah, just click on add view. Perfect. Now click here and choose your resolution. Like, I'm gonna choose 4K for this particular scene. Transparent background. And before exporting, make sure to save it. I click on save as, and whatever the name is, like tutorial headphones. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, this was the view. And now just render it as a PNG. Okay. Tutorial headphone saved. So my phone is heating too much, so let me just remove this and let's go to our favorite application. At least my favorite application, PS Touch. Now click here, blend document, and our width should be like 1080p. You can change it like according to your size of poster, and the height will be 1920. Okay. Generally posters are not like this size, but we're gonna keep it anyway. And photo layer, photo library. And again transform it so it will be recentered. Okay, and now let's add a background and just fill it with some color, some warm color, because it's yellow. We use yellow right in here. Give it a bit saturation, decrease the saturation. Brightness would be like something like this. Yeah, it looks fine for now. And yeah, it looks completely bland. Add an empty layer and give it a gradient, and we are going to give this one, right? Yeah, this one. Decrease the size a bit, increase the size of the gradient, and move it somewhere. Yeah, it started looking really nice. You can give it like overlay and decrease opacity. You might not be able to see the difference, but there is difference. It's very subtle. And because it's a Microsoft headphone, let's add the logo of Microsoft. Yeah, I would say this size a bit bigger. Yeah, I would say this is like ideal size. And now let's change the color of this. Select the pixels, hide the layer, create an empty layer, put the empty layer down the headphone layer, this layer. Okay, select the empty layer and now fill it with like a bit different color, like 48. Yeah, it's fine. And saturation would be like 51. And yeah, let's keep the brightness. Yeah, it looks something like, I don't know how it looks. So let's bring it down to this layer, like the let's not do this. Duplicate the layer and bring it over the window layer. Select the window layer and then extract it. Now you can see it's this layer only affecting the window logo. Now we can also decrease the size a bit, and we are going to give glass effect to the window logo. So let's select the layer. Now let's firstly give that glass effect. Duplicate the layer 2 times, hide the first layer, and hide the second layer too. Select the third one and give it a Georgian blur, like a nice Georgian blur, like something like this. Okay, then select the window layer, change the selection tool to minus, and deselect these windows. Now we are going to select the blur layer and extract this. Okay, and let's keep the selection and unhide the unblurred layer and clear this one. As you can see now, it looks like it's a mirror and it's blurred. It looks like it, doesn't it? I don't know. And now to give it a bit more of that look, we are going to keep the selection. So let's undo. Yeah, empty layer and give it grainy effect. Like how much grain do you need? This much. Okay, now change the blend mode to overlay. Yeah, it looks a bit better. So to give it a bit more of that window feel, we are going to duplicate this layer, the window sign, whatever you want to try, and select the window. Go to the layer we just copied and click on transform, and then expand it in negative, like negative 8 or like negative 6, and clear it. I don't know if you can see the effect it's giving. It's very subtle. It's optional. If you want to do it. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Okay, so yeah, let's. The thing is the upper corner and the lower corner. We can fill everything with text, So let's add some more of the headphone renders. So quickly save this. Yeah, so this was our project. I want to show this cool like window logo. I don't know if you're able to see this. How will I be able to see? How will I be able to render this? Okay. Yeah, let's jump back to our favorite application. So right now let's move the load row, because we are still going to use the normal load row, but we're gonna place it somewhere right here. Yeah, it gives a touch. And so now let's just import everything else. The other render, let's flip it, increase the size so it looks like it's a bit forward. Yeah, then it would work just like this. And now let's add one more in the background. And now let's blur both of these forward and backward headphones. You can do Gaussian blur, although I'm not a big fan of Gaussian blur. Let's do one thing, let's do motion blur, like that's not blur first, something like 4, and this angle. And now let's do Gaussian blur. I don't want to blur it too much. I believe somewhere like this is fine. Yeah, this is more than enough. And now let's do the same with the background headphone. Yeah, looks good to me. Now let's add, like it should say Microsoft, right? Yeah, this size looks fine. Let's select pixels, create an empty layer, and we don't want to select this part, so let's change the mode to minus, and yeah, remove this one, and fill and stroke. You can pick that color from the headphone. Yeah, it's basically black. And delete the other layer, bring it down to behind the headphone. Now let's add other tests. I have already exported other tests, so yeah, these are the other tests that you might need. The font will be also given in the description below, so if you want that. Yeah, it's not looking nice. Let me just change some stuff. Select this one, layer from selection, and clear from the lower layer, so it will be separate, as you can see. So yeah, that's basically it. You can also do a bit more than this, like you can add an empty layer and do some grainy noise, something like this much. Make it overlay and change the opacity of this if you want it, like whatever suits you. Like we can also add overlay and duplicate the layers a couple of times so that the font will be more visible. Yeah, if you like that, I think it looks really nice. That's how you made this banner or poster, whatever you want to call it. You can also adjust it a bit more in the Adobe Lightroom. And that's all. Thanks for watching this. Hopefully you liked, and let me know what you want to see next. Like if you really like this, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.